All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem HaKadosh, the balance of passing also great Muslim, that taught me this 100% truth of the will. Salutations to Yakin out there pushing the truth in all sincerity, and must realize to do so. Salutations to the hopeful elect that are scattered on the four corners of the earth that believe in the truth of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Shalom. And this is Mark 8:35, which reads, For whosoever shall save his life shall lose it, but whosoever shall lose his life for my sake and the gospel's, the same shall save it. For what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? Whosoever therefore shall be ashamed of me and of my words in this adulterous and sinful generation, of him shall also the Son of Man be ashamed, when he cometh in the glory of his Father with the holy angels. And yeah, so, many of our people, they love this world and they'll do any and everything, you know, to achieve this thing in the world. Like even, deny the Lord. Even those that so called in the truth, what I'm saying, that believe, that say they believe in, Yahweh Shem Shai, but, you know, a lot of them, they sell out, what I'm saying? They sell their soul, pretty much denying the Lord. Like, you got these camps that, they say they believe in the Lord or believe in, you know, the truth of the Holy Scriptures, but at the same time, they deny the Lord by telling you that, the name of the Lord isn't important. And they continue, the calling these idols, um, calling on Christ, you know what I'm saying? Uh, Even refer to him as Jesus, you know, and they misinforming, their followers, and they selling out for this world. You know what I'm saying? You know, they're not being truthful. You know what I'm saying, to the flock, and they're pretty much sellouts. You know what I'm saying? They uh, um, tainted the gospel. You know, by not being 100% to it. You know what I'm saying? They're not keeping the 100% truth of Yahweh Shema Shai and telling you the true importance of, the name of the Lord. So they cut corners because they, receive bribes, to, you know, uh, to achieve, the things of this world. You know what I'm saying? So they pretty much, denying the Lord by, you know, um, misinforming, you know, the flock of the importance of certain things, in this truth, even, denying what the true um, mark of the beast is. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them also say that, the mark of the beast is the spiritual, is not a carnal mark. You know, that's, because they sold their soul. You know what I'm saying? They received the bag in order to receive the luxuries of this world. You know, so, but at the end, they're going to be destroyed because, the Lord says, you know, here when He comes in the glory of His Father, with the angels, the holy angels, when He comes to, give salvation to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel, He's going to be ashamed of those people that, sold their soul and denied Him. You know what I'm saying? And many of our people, they're stuck in that mind state of being trapped in this world. They're fighting for, you know, um, against the Lord and fighting for their enemy to go against the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of our people, you know, they still, in bed with Esau Edom, the so-called white man, and they're trying to fight for him. to enter into the kingdom. They say things like, uh, the Lord came to die for the world. He gave his only begotten son. That he gave his life for the world. But that, what I'm saying? Because they're concerned, about the oppressor and him receiving the salvation and glory that, they're supposed to receive. You know what I'm saying? Trying to be all inclusive and include all the nations into that. But that's not so. You know what I'm saying? The Lord, as those are, the Lord has allowed to come in and receive his truth. We know that the Lord only came to die for the nation of Israel. He didn't come to die for all the nations of the world. You know what I'm saying? He has a chosen people that he came to die for, you know. But, they're stuck in the cares of this world, and they just want, uh, to prosper, and um, flourish, in this kingdom, because, at the end, they don't really think that this kingdom is never going to end. They don't understand that in order for them, to receive their glory and their salvation, that this place has to be taken out of the way. The Lord has to destroy this place in order for you to receive your blessing. You know what I'm saying? Your righteous place in the kingdom, which is to rule over all these other nations. This place got to be destroyed. But a lot of our people, what I'm saying, they'd rather sell their soul to hold on to this current world and this current state that the world is in, which is a wicked state. That's why this place got to be, put out the way. And Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, got to be taken out of the way in order for a righteous rule to be set up in this world. You know what I'm saying? His current world got to be, which is his reign, got to be taken out of the way for a righteous rulership to be brought in. But like I said, many of our people, they're so caught up in, trying to, they don't see like this kingdom ever falling. You know what I'm saying? They think that this kingdom is going to last forever, and they say things such as "God bless America" and "the Lord came to die for the world," because they want this place to flourish, because they put you know um, everything into this world. They put their stock in this world. You know what I'm saying? They rely upon the king of Egypt, but so-called the current day Pharaoh Esau Edom, the so-called white man. They put their stock in him and thriving in this world, and receiving the luxuries of this world. With that, the men, women and children that believe in the truth of Yahweh Shema Shai, they're not concerned with these things. They're concerned about following after the Lord, so they're not trying to sell their soul out, um, uh, to flourish in this world, because we don't those are the hopeful elect. We're not in the mindset of what are achieving things, thinking 5 or 10 years down the line. You know what I'm saying? We function day to day. You know what I'm saying? Uh, our thing is seeking the Lord and pushing His gospel, and uh, hearing His gospel on a daily. Seeking guidance from the Lord. And we do things for survival in this world. Work and you know um, trying to do things to you know maintain while we wait upon the Lord. But that's not where our stock is. Like we're not thinking of ways to you know get rich quick or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And putting that full investment into thriving in the world. Now, if you got, a way to uh, have your own business and not work for this devil, you know what I'm saying? Or if, you buy a new home or a car or whatnot, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Because, everything is given to by the Lord, but that's not where your stock is. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can, if you can get in a better position to where you don't have to work for this devil, or you can get a new home or something that gives you a break on, an investment to where that, it's not costing you as much, to uh, for you to have a home or versus living in an apartment or so on. You know, the better investment probably would be for you to have a home. So, but our stock is not holding on to that. You know what I'm saying? We know that the Lord, He provides you with all that, and if if you're in a situation to where you can do so and have that better situation, it's cool. But that's not where our stock is set. We're not set on the luxury of this world. Now these things come. We are grateful for it. But our we're not selling our soul to achieve or receive the things of this world, like many of our people are, and many of our people who's supposed to be in this truth. Like I was saying, these camps that say you have truths. IOIC, calling upon, not calling upon the name of the Lord. They're telling you that the name of the Lord don't matter. That telling you that the RFID chip isn't a physical thing, it's a spiritual thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're misleading you, and they're selling their soul, to achieve um, uh, the things of this world. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of them took the bribe to um, you know from the enemy, you know to thrive upon you know the things of this world. You know, and for that, the Lord, they're gonna receive their judgment. You know what I'm saying? Because they sold out the Lord, and they ashamed of the Lord. You know, um, and the Lord is going to show His shame in His return, as He said. Let's move on to the next scripture. This is 1 John 2:15. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, and the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life, is not of the Father, but is of the world. For all the world passeth away, and the lust thereof, but he that doeth the will of the Lord abideth forever. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is saying, love not this world, because this world is temporary. All this shit is going to pass away. You know what I'm saying? So for you to sell your soul, so you to achieve all the things of the world and to lose your soul for it, it's pointless. You know what I'm saying? Because everything on this side is going to be destroyed, because all these things passes away, because the Lord is going to destroy it. You know what I'm saying? So, but if you seek after the Lord, if you for the Lord, you know what I'm saying, you're going to abide forever, because the Lord's kingdom is going to be forever. If you're doing the righteous thing of, making daily epistles, and you're on the highways and byways fighting for the Lord, you're going to receive the luxuries from the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Because you put your stock in the Lord, and you didn't put your stock in the world. You know, and that's why the men of the Lord, they're going to be awarded for it. And for those that believe in this truth, or believe in uh, 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 the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai, and seek after Him. But that's all up to the Lord. You know what I'm saying? For you to who receives this understanding, and who doesn't. Because for those that don't get it, you know what I'm saying, the Lord has allowed you to be deceived by this devil, Esau, Edom, so-called white man, and go with his doctrine, you know what I'm saying? Um, but because the Lord says to deceive and deceive are His, you know what I'm saying? He allowed you to be deceived. He put that deceitful spirit upon you, you know what I'm saying? For you not to grasp the understanding this, because your lot is to be judged. Those of the nation of Israel, who the Lord has not appointed to give this understanding to. Their lot is to receive judgment, and it's coming. This is James 4:4, which read, Ye adulterers and ye adult ye adulterers and adulteress, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with the Lord? Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is an enemy of the Lord. Yeah, and for you that love this world and put your stock in this world and seek after the things that this world has to offer, you're an enemy of the Lord, because this world is wicked, it's corrupt, it's tainted. You know what I'm saying? And it's ruled by your enemy, Esau, even the so-called white man. who is the Lord's adversary, who's totally against the Lord. You know, this devil has taken the Lord out of the way, took away his law, statute, commandments. You know, he committed blasphemy and says that, you know, he is the Lord, you know what I'm saying? Putting his picture up as the Lord and the Lord's people, you know what I'm saying? You know, he's an enemy of the Lord. And if you for his world, his kingdom, his reign, you know, you're an enemy of the Lord, you know what I'm saying? Because you're for this devil and his world and his rulership. And you want it to forego forever, you know what I'm saying? And you don't want your Lord to ever rule, you know what I'm saying? And even the Lord said it himself in Luke 19, whoever was so with for me not to rule over them, just you know, just paraphrasing, bring me to bring him before me and slay him. You know what I'm saying? So even you know, our people, you know, who ain't fighting for the Lord, you know, the Lord gonna slay them too. You know, because 2/3 gonna be destroyed. You know what I'm saying? And you know, those are you know, once we take over in our kingdom, you know, the Lord is going to destroy them as well. Any of these nations that, you know, wish for us not to rule over them, they're going to be beaten, beaten to a pulp. You know what I'm saying? You know, all these nations, you know, once we take over, they're going to be beaten into submission, and they're going to know, you know, who the true righteous rulers of the world are going to be in our time to reign. But moving on, this is John 15:18, which reads, "If the world hate you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you. If ye were of the world would love his own. But because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hated you." And yeah, and that's why, you know, those that believe in the 100% truth of Yahweh Bashem Shai are hated by this world because we're not of this world. You know what I'm saying? We're of the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai, which is not of this world. This understanding that we have, that, you know, the world doesn't have. They don't get it. They don't get the Lord because they don't understand the Lord, because they have the understanding of this world. You know, that's why the Lord says, your thoughts are not my thoughts, your ways are not my ways. They don't understand, you know, the ways of the Lord. You know, that's why they try to make sense of things in a worldly sense, but they can't because they don't have the spirit of Yahweh Shai upon them to understand how the Lord operates. They don't understand that Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, is the wicked of the earth, and he's been set up to be against the Lord and a whipping stick to the nation of Israel. They don't get that. You know what I'm saying? They think that, well, you know, would the Lord do such a thing? Create a person to be wicked to destroy him and him to abuse his people. You know what I'm saying? Like they stuck in the worldly mindset of trying to comprehend or saying that, well, how can two people come from the same womb and not look alike? How can the Lord make one white and one so-called black, one so-called white and so-called black? But the Lord, you know, created. He's Esau Edom is the red man. You know, he has no. He's not white. You know, that's the term that he created, but he's the red man. That's what the Lord say. You know, he came out red like a hairy garment, because you know he had no pigmentation. You know, that was a curse that was set upon him. You know, for the mark of Cain. So you know, in his birth, Esau Edom, he was, you know, his name means wasted away is he, because he has no pigmentation. You know, his flesh, you can see his blood through the flesh, through his flesh, which is a curse. You know, to be born that way. You know, he was born with leprosy. You know, but he's a clean leper because he's red through and through. You know, so they don't understand that though. Those of the world, they can't receive that and don't understand that have that understanding because it's not been given to them. So that's why those that you know, that's why there's friction between those that are of the world and those that are of the spirit or of the world of Yahweh Shema Shai. You know what I'm saying? You know, there's that constant friction because, you know, even they had that, you know, when the Lord was here, which is the Lord is here, you know, through his spirit, you know, those that, you know, receive his understanding, you know, we're walking in the spirit of Yahweh Shai. And, you know, that's why the world hates us. That's what he's saying here. They hated me, so they're going to hate you. In my walking, just like today now, they still hate us now, which means they still hate our people, you know, they still hate Yahweh Shai. You know what I'm saying? In the world in itself. Why? Because this is an adulterous generation. You know, this is a wicked generation that has been, you know, uh, influenced by this devil. You know, and he been taught you to hate your Lord, your power. You know what I'm saying? He raised you up in wickedness to be against the Lord. That's why they see things like homosexuality and adultery being okay. You know that because that's what they've been raised and taught to believe in this kingdom. You know, so they think that that's all right. You know what I'm saying? You receive a woman that laid with 50,000 men already, and you take her to be your wife. You think that's okay? You know, go out there. And, people say go out there and let these women experience different men, and then all of a sudden, after you've been ran through by ride hopping for years, then you want to settle down. You want a nigga to take care of you and your 50 other kids. You know what I'm saying? That you have for other niggas. You know what I'm saying? But that's the wickedness that Esau Edom has taught you in this kingdom, and that's what the Lord is coming to do away with. The people of the world, they think that you less of a man because you don't want to take care of a woman and her other kids. Or you don't want a woman that has been laying around with other men, and then you don't want to take her to be your own. You just want to treat her like she supposed to be treated like a hoe. You know what I'm saying? It's like, nah, I don't want you. I'll lay down with you, whatever, but I don't want you to be mine because you already been ran through. You tainted already. You know what I'm saying? So they think that you ain't being a man because you don't want to step up and take care of her kids or and, and be her one and only. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what they teach you in this world that a man can only have one woman, and you're not really a man if you can't step up and take care of that one woman or only be with that one woman. No, that's stupid. You know what I'm saying? But that's what this devil has uh, con, presented to the world, and that's why the world's fucked up. Because of his lies. But the Lord allowed that to take place. But in our kingdom is going to be a righteous rule, and ain't going to be no hoes running around. And even of these other nations, if they're women out of line, and they think that they can just be with other men as men could be with other women, the Lord is going to put them to death. You know what I'm saying? If a woman commits adultery of these other nations, because all the other worlds are going to be, all the other nations are going to be under our rule, and our in our society, in our rulership, ain't gonna be no adulterous women out there. You know what I'm saying? And if there is, they're gonna be put to death. And our women ain't gonna be able to commit adultery or anything because why? That new covenant that the laws are gonna be written in us, so we can't sin, we can't go off. But these other nations who don't have the immortality, that's gonna be regular flesh, that are not gonna be gods, they're gonna be able to go off, and we're gonna rule over them, and we're gonna judge over them. And if they women do get out of line, they're going to be judged. And that's the thing, you know what I'm saying? That, like, you men out there, these other nations, you're going to be able to have multiple wives. It ain't nothing these women can do or say against that. You know what I'm saying? And if they get out of line and they feel some type of way, if they try to go lay with other men, guess what? They're going to be put to death. You know what I'm saying? They're going to get their righteous judgment. But not the way off in this, let's stay on topic of, this world being wicked, and loving this world, you're going to be your enemy of the Lord. So this is John 8:23, which reads, and he said unto them, ye are from beneath, I am from above. Ye are of this world, I am not of this world. Yeah, so the Lord saying that, you know, he is not of this world. That, you know, the people are from beneath, he is from above. You know what I'm saying? Because, he, for those that believe in this truth of Yahweh Shema Shai, you're not of this world. You know what I'm saying? Because he's not of this world. So, that's why he said the world will hate of you. Because why? Because you're not of this world. You know what I'm saying? Because you have the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai upon you. And that's why you see us having friction with people of this world. Because, they know that there's something different about us that believe in the truth of Yahweh Shema Shai. And they come against us because of that. Because because the Lord is hated in this world because this world is wicked. And if you have this true understanding, just know that you've been blessed by Yahweh Shema Shai, to receive salvation, hope, of those of the hopeful life. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't have a spirit of this world. You have a spirit that's from above, which is uh, a, a spirit of righteousness of Yahweh Shema Shai. So that's why you're going to be in competition or be against, the ways of this world, because we understand that the ways of this world is wicked. You know what I'm saying? We know that this world is tainted and this world is corrupt, and it can't, you know, uh, be in tune with the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai, because it's against the Lord. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord is against it. So you know we understand the importance of seeking after the Lord and not putting our stock in this world, because we know that this world is wicked and the Lord is going to come in to destroy it. So we're not holding on or investing into this world as much as those are of this world. Like I said, we do things to function in society and do things that help us get along, to survive in this world in its current state. But our heart, our you know um, what we're putting our all into is not this world. You know what I'm saying? We're putting our all into the Lord, and the Lord provides us our daily function to survive in this current state that we're in. But we know that we're not trying to sell our soul to have the luxuries of this world. You know, but we know that we're putting our stock in the Lord, so He's going to provide for us what we need to do for survival in this current wicked world state. This is where I want to start at with this. All right, this is 2 Peter 3:3, which reads, "Knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers walking against their own lusts." And we know that there are many scoffers that come against the truth of Yahweh Shem Shai. They tell us that these Israelites, or these black Hebrew Israelites, what they like to say, oh, that's not true. The Lord is for everybody. Like I was saying earlier, the Lord gave His only begotten Son for the world. Anybody can be saved. You know what I'm saying? That's the mindset they're in. They don't understand that Esau Edom is the so-called white man. He's a devil. He's an enemy of the Lord. They're fighting for this devil. They're fighting for their master, their oppressor, to make it into the kingdom, which he can't. You know what I'm saying? So they scoff against the Lord when we tell them that, you know, that Esau Edom is their enemy and he can't be saved. You know, because Esau Edom has no repentance, so he can't be saved. You know what I'm saying? And those are the no. We know that the Lord has set him up to be the wicked of the earth, and he's to be destroyed. He's just the whipping stick of the Lord. You know, of the Lord's people. The Lord set him up, to be the wicked and to be an adversary to him and his people. You know what I'm saying? And he's using him to bring judgment upon us. But many of our people, they're still fighting for this devil to make it in, because they have Stockholm syndrome. You know what I'm saying? But the truth of the matter is, the Lord, He ain't for him, and the Lord's going to destroy him, and they're going to be destroyed along with him. Join hand on the hand, hand joining hand. They're going to be destroyed with the enemy that they're trying to save. Esau Edom, the so-called white man. Reading on and saying, where is the promise of His coming? For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of the creation. Yeah. So, many of our people, they don't think that this place is going to come to its end. They're saying, where's this promise of your Lord showing up on the scene? When is He ever going to show up? You know what I'm saying? Because they in love with this world. They don't think this world is going to end. They're thinking, I know there was a video not too long ago that this so-called black woman, you know what I'm saying? She's a Jake, Israelite Eve or whatnot. She says that we don't think that she don't think that we're going to be the generation to see the, the coming of the Lord, because everything's so messed up now and whatever, that we, so that, she thinks that this kingdom is going to continue on forever. That's going to be her grandkids, or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So in her state, she thinks that this kingdom is going to continue to, go on, and that's what our people think. Like, yo, where's the promise of the Lord coming? You know what I'm saying? Why he ain't show up yet? You keep saying that the Lord gonna show up, but he hasn't yet. You know what I'm saying? Because in their hearts, in their minds, they love this world and they want this world to continue on. They don't want the destruction of this place to come into play. That's why many of them are gonna take the mark of the beast, the R50 microchip, for survival in these last days, because they put all their eggs, or their stock in the world, so they're gonna, in order for the function, they're gonna take that in order to continue on in society, but they're gonna be destroyed for that. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't think that the Lord gonna come, so to hold on to this world, and they say the coming of the Lord. Well, the Lord is never gonna come, so I gotta take this ship for survival. You know what I'm saying? But it's to their own detriment. Be knowing, for this is the for this they willingly are ignorant of that by the word of the Lord the heavens were of old, and the earth standing out of the water and in the water, whereby the world that then was being overflowed with water perished. Yeah. And those that put their stock in the world, that were wicked, of our people and all the other nations, they got destroyed by what? By the flood. Because why? They didn't believe in the Lord. They didn't turn to the Lord, you know, for refuge, or seeking after the Lord. They sold their soul, you know, unto the world. You know what I'm saying? You know, to gain the world. They sold their soul to gain the world and put their stock in the luxuries of this world. So guess what? They got destroyed with in you know and their wickedness for being against the Lord and being worldly. So the Lord destroyed them in the flood. And let's read it again. 2 Peter 3:6, whereby the world then was being overflowed with the water perished. Yeah, they got destroyed. But the heavens and the earth, which are now by the same word, are kept in store, reserved unto fire against the day of judgment and the perdition of the ungodly men. Yeah, so just like then, that those that were people of the world, that were worldly, got destroyed. In this time, these same people that are worldly, that put their stock in the world, guess what? They're going to be destroyed in the second judgment, which is the Lord destroying this place with fire. You know what I'm saying? Many of our people, the 2/3 of the nation of Israel, they're going to be destroyed here in Babylon the Great, so-called America, uh, so-called United States of America. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're going to be destroyed in the lake of fire in the Lord's judgment. You know what I'm saying? That's the anger of the Lord is upon this place, and He's going to destroy this place in many of our people in that second judgment. They're reserved for that fire. You know what I'm saying? That the judgment that the Lord's going to bring upon this place. Why? Because they're caught in that worldly mind state of being for this world in its current state that it's in. They don't think that the Lord is going to come, because they see society continue going on as is. So hey, let's just continue to be for this world. But the Lord says that you know uh, you know his word should not go void. That his promise of destruction is going to come, even though many of our people may think it may not be uh, taking place. So this is Ezekiel 12:22, which reads, "Son of man, what is that proverb that ye have in the land of Israel, saying, the days the days are prolonged and every vision faileth? Yeah. You know, saying, how people say, when is the promise of your Lord coming? When is the vision that the Lord gave into you of this place being destroyed coming? So why hasn't the Lord showed up yet? Where's your power? But tell them, therefore, thus saith the Lord power, I will make this proverb to cease, and they shall no more use it as in proverb in Israel, but say unto them, the days are at hand, and the effect of every vision. So the Lord saying, yo, this ain't gonna be said no more. You saying that I ain't gonna be show up on the scene to destroy this place. It's gonna be no more. I'm gonna cause it to cease. Why? Because He's gonna bring it to pass. What are you doing? For there shall be no more any vain vision nor flattering divination within the house of Israel. For I am the Lord, for I am Yahweh. I will speak, and the word that I shall speak shall come to pass. It shall be no more prolonged in your days, O rebellious house. Will I say the word and will perform it, saith the Lord power. Yeah, the Lord said all of what I said is going to take place, the judgment of Babylon the Great. It's coming. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't gonna have to worry about, when the Lord coming. When you know what I'm saying, you're gonna see it, because you're gonna be caught up in that fire, and you're not gonna be beamed up in the chariots, you know, because why? You put your stock in this world. What you doing? And again, the word of the Lord came to me, saying, Son of man, behold, the day of the house of Israel say, the vision that he seeth is for many days to come. And he prophesied of the times that are far off. Yeah, because they think that the end of the world is far off. They think, it's 100 years from now that we're not going to be the generation to see the Lord, because they just stuck in the luxuries of this world. They for this world. They just comfortable living. They just want to achieve and try to flourish in this kingdom, and put the stock in this kingdom, and thinking that it's going to last forever. They don't think that. Esau Edom. He don't think that. Many of his people, even those that are not at the elite, you know what I'm saying. Just the regular average Edomite, they think that America's never gonna fall, that they're gonna be the most powerful kingdom forever, that this place is never gonna be destroyed. They're out there screaming, God bless America," which God can't bless America because these kingdoms are against him. You know what I'm saying? He set these kingdoms up. He set all these kingdoms up as a time to rule, before his coming. And these kingdoms got to be destroyed to be taken out of the way for him to rule. So how can he bless a place that he's going to destroy, that he didn't set up to be in rulership forever? This was a temporary rulership and a punishment into the nation of Israel. You know what I'm saying? For turning against the Lord, and we're receiving our punishment here in this captivity, being in Babylon the Great, and scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. Our people. And many of our people, even those that look like the other nations, that may look like so-called Edomites and Elamites and uh, uh, you know, um, look like these other Japhetic nations and Hamite nations and whatnot. You can't escape the curses either. You know what I'm saying? You're still suffering just like, you know, the rest of Israel. You know, um, being that those that may look like so-called Esau, may receive some benefits, but still they under the curses too, and that they still get judged. You know what I'm saying? Even though people that that or look like so-called Edomites that are in that are famous. You know what I'm saying? They still catch hell. You know what I'm saying? They still receive judgment from the Lord because they're caught under the curses. So you can't escape the curses no matter how you look. You know what I'm saying? Even if you look like these other nations, the Lord's still gonna, plague you, with disease and, you know, whatever, because you're under the curses, you're gonna receive judgment. You know what I'm saying? You might receive some benefits for looking so-called white, but you're still gonna get judged as well. You're still gonna suffer. You know what I'm saying? That's why this devil, that's why the Lord had this devil be wicked to his own people too. Why? Because some of those people that, you know, look like his people or our people as well. So they got to receive judgment and hell as well, you know, because, they're under the curses. Reading on. Son of man, behold the day of the Son of man, behold of the house of Israel, say the vision that he seeth is for many days to come, and he prophesy of the times that are far off. Therefore say unto them, Thus saith the Lord power, there shall none of my words be prolonged any more, but the word which I have spoken shall be done, saith the Lord power. Yeah, so all of what the Lord has spoken shall be done. The Lord, for you to think that, that the Lord is not going to come and give his people salvation, and that this place is not going to be destroyed, there's going to be no more. The Lord is actually going to, fulfill what He said it was going to come to pass, and which is what? To destroy Babylon the Great and take Esau, Edom out of the way. You know what I'm saying? And his kingdom was going to be taken down. So America will not no longer thrive and be the power of the earth. Esau, Edom, and his people, they're going to be destroyed, and they're going to in captivity, and they're going to suffer, and they're going to suffer a righteous judgment at the hands of Yahweh Shemel Shai and the nation of Israel. So that's pretty much it. You know what I'm saying? I hope this lesson was edifying. I just want to say, Kohola Yahweh Shemel Shai, Kram Mashawala, Abba Shalom.